Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we are going to be doing an awesome, very cool deck profile that a lot of you guys have been asking for quite some time. I do apologize though if it's quite loud. I'm actually at Locals. I wanted to do the deck profile here because I had to get some cards from my friends to borrow. So shout out to my friends out there for loaning me their cards so I can do a deck profile for you guys. I've been playtesting this deck online for the last year or so, and I've enjoyed it thoroughly. I just had not owned the cards to do a deck profile. So, without further ado, let us get started. So today's deck profile for you guys is going to be the one, the only, the awesome Yubel True Draco, or True Draco Yubel, whatever you want to call it. And it's a very fun deck to play. I've been playtesting this deck a lot. It works very well. Diagram is the card that brings this deck together, and overall it's very awesome. Now, as you can see here, I don't really run an extra deck by any means. The reason for that is True Draco in the first place doesn't run an extra deck most of the time. Number two, for the most part, it being a True Draco Yubel hybrid, you're really not going to use the extra deck at all, like period. So for that reason, that's why there's no extra deck. You could run some rank 4s, some link monsters if you wanted to. The deck is 40 cards if I didn't mention already. So without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. So we run our 3 Yubel, the OG Yubel, 3 the Terra Incarnate, Yubel the Terra Incarnate, and you're 1 of Yubel the Ultimate Nightmare. Now if you guys don't know how Yubel works, I'll explain it to you pretty simply. They float in a way. So if Yubel gets destroyed by card effect, you get to go into Terra the Nightmare. If Terra the Nightmare gets destroyed, then you go into Yubel the Nightmare. If the Nightmare gets destroyed, you don't go into anything else. So Yubel the Ultimate Nightmare is the main boss monster. But there's multiple ways that you can send Yubel to graveyard, or use things that can pop Yubel, like Diagram, to go into Incarnate, which then can go into this. So there's multiple ways you can just keep abusing the Yubel engine by reborning it, popping it, and then at the same token using Masterpiece as your boss monster in the deck as you're setting up your Yubel engine. But these are the Yubel. These are the ratios that I've been running, and it's been working for me. 3 Armageddonite. Now you'll be asking yourself, why do you run Armageddonite in this deck, Seto? It's to send the OG Yubel, this guy, this girl or guy. It's kind of a hermaphrodite, I guess. As well as sometimes Yubel the Terror or Yubel the Nightmare, just a deck thin. You can send these 2 from deck to graveyard to deck thin, but the main one you usually send is the OG Yubel. That way, you can actually set it up to reborn it through Call of the Haunted or Dragon Soul of Oasis. Sometimes you're rank 4 with this, but that's very, very rare. Next up, we run 3 Majesty's Dragon, or Majesties, and 1, as you guys know, Ignister, because he's at 1. Now, you guys should know if you play True Draco what these do. This is a Searcher. This is a pretty dang good card in its own right. That's why it's limited. But this is basic the basic True Draco engine tagged along with Yubel. Your double Masterpiece. Now, I will admit, I was just testing out the deck just to playing around with it when I was building it a couple months ago, just revisiting the idea. Maybe trying out 3 Masterpiece. 3 Masterpiece, you don't need it. It's nice to have, but yeah, I prefer 2 because sometimes I was finding that 3rd Masterpiece was getting me cloggy or something of that nature. So from after playtesting, I just like running the double Masterpiece. That's all. 3 of you can play around with it, especially in this build, because you're going to be going. Masterpiece is literally your boss monster, and you have a lot more traps and spells that you can just easily tribute off to bring out your Masterpiece. So you can run 3 if you want to, but I prefer 2 Masterpiece. Then that's all for your monsters. Next we go into the spells here. Your 3 Diagram. Diagram is what brings the True Draco engine and the Yubel engine together. It really is. It's the card, it's the glue that holds this deck together. That's why you run 3 Terraform. You get Yubel out, you pop it, you go into your next form. Or you bring out your other form, then you go into your form after that. And then you contribute things off to bring out your Masterpiece and do things of that nature with Masterpiece. So, for that reason, this is very essential to the deck. Without this, you cannot build the deck. And because that card is super essential to the deck, you want to be easily able to search it out, which is the reason I run 3 Terraforming in the deck. Plain and simple. Get to your diagram as soon as you can. Either play the true Draco engine, or use it for abusing Yubel if you can get it out, things of that nature, by sending Yubel to the graveyard, reborning it, popping it with diagram, going into the next form, or just using it to go be a true Draco engine. So, yep. Sorry it's getting really loud right now. Next we run 2 Draco Heritage. You guys should know what this does. And your Recycler of the deck, 2 Disciples of the True Draco. This helps reload cards in your deck because you'll find yourself a lot of times being True Draco can be a very grindy deck if you've played it before, but this can help reload your stuff, and then you can pop it into the graveyard with Masterpiece to pop cards on the field, things of that nature. So yeah. Next for your 1-ofs, we run 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Soul Charge, 1 Upstart Goblin, 1 Rhoda. These are your 1-ofs you run. Rhoda helps search out your, forgive me, where is he? I don't know where he went. Your Armageddon Knight, excuse me. Upstart Goblin gives you draw power in the deck, which is nice. Foolish Burial helps send your Yubel cards to the graveyard. Things like regular Yubel, Terror Incarnate, or Terror Incarnate, Incarnate or Terror Incarnate, the Nightmare, excuse me. So you can send these different things to graveyard to deck thin. Now Soul Charge, you could run not Masterpiece, tongue-tied. You could run Monster Reborn if you wanted to. I'm going to say that right now. You can run Monster Reborn if you wanted to. But I like Soul Charge for the ability to reborn a lot of things, which is nice to have. So I prefer Soul Charge in this deck over Monster Reborn, but you can easily fit in Monster Reborn into the deck if you want to. And Upstart Goblin's fine to run in the deck. You don't care about giving your opponent that many life points. It's just another draw engine card. You could run Desires in the deck, but after playtesting it, I did not like it in this version of the deck because the deck is very combo-centric and you don't want to banish stuff. Let's talk about this card for a second. So this is a card that synergizes well with the deck, but there are other cards that you could run in the deck instead of this card. So this is card Yang Zing Unleashed. Now Yang Zing Unleashed's effect states, and the only thing I care about this card is the first line of text, mind you, which is all monsters your opponent controls must attack if able during either player's main phase or battle phase. That's what you care about. That all your opponent's monsters must attack if able. So sometimes you can bait your opponent with this card to just attacking you. Now, however, there are other cards you can play around the deck, and you could cut this down to 2 of, and cut one of the other traps that I run in the deck, and run this other card in the deck called All Out Attack. All Out Attack has all the gadgets on it's the card with all the gadgets attacking, and it's a continuous spell card that states all special summon monsters must attack. Now, it works well, and it's a good card, especially if you're playing against a deck that special summons a lot, and that's amazing. But you do have to keep in mind that it only works for special summon monsters. Not normal summon, not tribute summon, just special summon. They must attack. All special summon monsters must attack. So, you get your yin and your yang with what I'm saying here. It's a good card. It's good because you can use that for them to run into things like Yubel, one of the Yubel forms, which is awesome. Or you can just be like, well, I'm going to be a mean guy, and you're going to have to run into my Masterpiece if you had All Out Attack or Yang Zing Unleashed on the field. It kills people. So you can run one of those cards, or you could run Battle Mania in the deck if you so wanted to go for that as well. which Battle Mania kind of functions the same way as this in all-out attack orders, but it's not a continuous trap unlike this or all-out attack. So you could run a ratio of 2 and 2 of this and all-out attack to cover your bases. It also works good because you can pop this to tribute off for a masterpiece as well because it's a continuous trap card. Same thing with all-out attack, but just it's got you yin and yang with both cards. Next we run your 2 True Draco Apocalypse. You guys know what this does. Pops cards, does other things. And your 1 True King Return. So you guys should know what these does. You use them for bullets. They have effects. If you tribute off them, yada yada yada. If you know your True Draco engines, you should be good. Not going to go into detail there. It's pretty self-explanatory. Next, 3 Call of the Haunted and 2 Dragon Soul the Races. So, Call of the Haunted is a must run in this deck. Because A, it helps you reburn your Yubel, it goes in attack position. Number 2, it's a continuous trap that you can tribute off for Masterpiece. Number 3, it puts you can chain it. Same thing with Dragon Soul the Oasis. And what I mean by that is, if you guys don't know, this used to be a thing back in the day, especially with things like MST, but people still use Twin Twister, Cosmic Cyclone, whatever. And when you activate your call, if it's destroyed or leaves the field, your monster's destroyed. So say you set this, you chain it. So to destroy this, you go chain, bring out your Yubel, this dies, then your Yubel dies, and I asked a judge friend if this is correct, and I believe it is. Then this dies, Yubel's effect will go off, allowing you to go into your next version of it, which is Yubel the Incarnate. So that's something you can do if you just want to chain your call, bring this out, this gets destroyed, this goes off, bring out this. Okay? Same thing goes with Dragon Soul the Oasis, except this goes in defense position, and if you're going to use Dragon Soul the Oasis, you want to be able to pop it with Diagram. The original Yubel, that is, just so you guys understand. Now the last trap card I run on the deck is Torrential Tribute. Like I said, you could take this out, replace another one of these with 2 all-out attack orders, but I really like the TT for board clearing. There's a bunch of other cards you could run in the deck. Dark Hole, Regeki, Dark Hole especially because you can blow up your own Yubel, get its effect, bring out the other version of it. So there's different ways you can do, but TT is really good because if I just have a random Yubel on the field and I just go TT, blow up your board, blow this up, get my other version out, it's a pretty good day. So I do like the TT. It's nice to have, I like it, but it's up to you to decide what you want to run. You can take this out for something else if you wish to do so. But that is the deck profile in a nutshell. Guys, I hope you all enjoy it. And for like the extra deck, the only thing I run is my token. I run in my 2 field centers, as you can see right there, Blue Angel and Dark Magician Girl and Akiza. These are just my field centers I run. But yeah, I thoroughly love playing this deck. It's super fun to play. It's pretty competitive because you don't run an extra deck. If you wanted to take this into a tournament setting, you can side things in very easily. Apologize for the noise. Things like Ghost Ash and Joyous Springs, which that's the OCG game if you guys don't know. Or your Ash Blossoms, or which is the same thing, your Ghost Ogres, all your Ghost Girls, you can easily side in and out of this deck by taking traps out. And you could run cards in your deck if you're running things like Winter Cherries. So if you want to run like Spiral Double Helix, you know, I don't know, whatever. Not Ignister, but like cards like ABC Dragon Buster Cannon and all these other things, that decks that rely upon the extra deck. You could easily run a 15-card extra deck of just random good, you know, cards, and in game 2 side into, you know, your Winter Cherries by putting that in the deck and then, you know, killing them immediately by drawing into it. So this deck can easily run a side deck abusing the extra deck because you don't really care about the extra deck. You could run maybe a couple of links and a couple of rank 4s if you wanted to, but you're rarely going to go into them. But I hope you guys all enjoy this deck profile, and until next time, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling. Please leave a big thumbs up down below, guys, if you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun doing this, building this deck and profiling it. Sorry for the loud noise, and I'll see you all next time. Good luck dueling to all of you, and go Jaden Yuki and go Yubel.